Hello children, welcome back to our social class. So today we are going to see our 8th chapter in history, and the name of the chapter is Women, Caste and Reform. Okay, what is the name of the chapter? Women, Caste and Reform. So we shall start. So introduction. 200 years ago, the lives of women were totally different from what it is today. Okay, so there were so many restrictions imposed on women. So now you know they are free. That is, they are equal to men. Whatever they do, women as well as men can do it. But in 200 years ago, the life of women had many restrictions. Okay, so widows were praised and called sadis. That is meaning virtuous. If they choose to buy burning themselves on the funeral pyres of their husband. So as you know, sati is a system where if her husband dies, the woman has to jump into the fire. Okay, so that system was prevailing in the age-old days. But now you know they are allowed to remarry. Okay. Next, the people were also divided along lines of caste. Based on caste, the Brahmins and Kshatriyas were considered themselves as upper caste. Okay, so after them, the traders and money lenders, and they were referred to as Vaishnavas. Okay, and the lower caste were the Shudras and included the peasants, artisans, weavers, and potters. Okay, so Brahmins and Kshatriyas were the upper caste. Followed by them were Vaishyas. They were the traders and money lenders. And the lower caste was the Shudras, who were peasants, artisans, weavers, and potter. Okay. So the attitude towards women and the social customs started changing from the early 19th century. Okay. So after that, the women were given more chances in job or in all the other field of life. Okay. So we shall see what were the changes that came or changes that started. Okay. So working towards the change. So in early 19th century, things changed because of the development of new forms of communication. Okay, so new forms of communication started developing. Second, social reformers were coming up. Okay, like Rajaram Mohan Roy. He founded the Brahma Samaj in Calcutta. Okay, so who is it? Rajaram Mohan Roy founded Brahma Samaj in Calcutta. Okay, so Rajaram Mohan Roy pioneered this reform movement, and he opposed the social practices such as discrimination on the basis of caste, untouchability, superstitious, and the custom of sati. Okay, so he started opposing what all things? Caste, okay, untouchability, superstitious, and the custom of sati. Okay, and he wanted to spread the knowledge of Western education and bring about freedom and equality for women. Okay, so he also encouraged Western education in our system. Now we are going to see about the changing the lives of widows. Okay, so Rajaram Mohan Roy, he set up the Brahma Samaj to fight social evils. So he began a campaign against the practice of sati. So many British officials criticized Indian traditions and customs. These customs were all new to these British people. They supported him, and in 1829 sati was banned. So which year sati was banned? 1829. With the effort of which person? Rajaram Mohan Roy. Okay. Now, he also supported women's education. In the religious field, he opposed idol worship and meaningless rituals. Is it clear, children? This is about Rajaram Mohan Roy. Okay. Another person is Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Okay. So he was one of the most famous reformers who suggested widow remarriage. Okay. So in 1856, British officials passed the law permitting widow remarriage. Okay. So widow remarriage was passed in 1856. So next we are going to see about Swami Dayanand Saraswati. Okay, so he founded the Arya Samaj in 1875. Okay, Arya Samaj in 1875 was founded by Swami Dayananda Saraswati. He also supported widow remarriage. Okay, Now we are going to see about the next topic, which is called girls begin going to school. Okay, so many reformers felt that to improve the condition of women, education for girls was necessary. Okay, so if you have to improve the condition of women, education should be given to girls. Okay, so second point, many reformers in Bombay and Vidyasagar in Calcutta, okay, set up schools for girls. Okay, so where were the schools set up? Bombay and Calcutta. Third, with the inauguration of first school in mid 19th century, many people feared that school would take away girls away from home and prevent them from doing domestic duty. Okay, so this was the fear that they had. That is, the school would take away girls from home and it would prevent them from doing their domestic duty. Okay. Fourth point, many people believe that girls should be kept away from public places as they believe that they can get corrupting influence. Okay, so few of them believe that they should be kept away from public places. And finally, in aristocratic Muslim families in North India, women learned to read the Quran in Arabic. Okay, they were taught by women who came home to teach. So the girls of the Muslim family were taught by women who came home to teach them. Okay, so these were all the changes what was starting to happen in the life of girls. Is it clear? So with this we shall conclude our today's class. Read the chapter till this topic. Thank you. Take care. Be safe and be happy.